Reverb is arguably one of the most important sounds that you need to have as a guitarist, whether you're playing live, whether you're in the studio, or whether you're just in the house. Almost every guitar that you hear recorded has reverb on it. Not every single one, but most do. Sometimes it's used very subtly, other times it can be used not so subtly. But we're going to show you a reverb pedal today by TC Electronics called the Nova Reverb NR1. I'm Gary Clinton and this is GMI. Hello, we're looking at reverb today. It's the TC Electronic Nova Reverb NR1. Reverb is something that is extremely important with guitar signals. I would say almost all recorded guitar has some amount of reverb on it. Not all recorded guitar, but usually when you're listening to your favourite records, you're going to have a little bit of reverb on there. Many amplifiers come with reverb on them. It's a feature of early Fender amplifiers began to come with reverb installed in the amplifier, but it was also something that manufacturers created in a box. TC Electronics, I really like them. They traditionally only made studio-based gear, but eventually came into the consumer market as well, and they've got a range of pedals that do some really cool stuff. The Nova Reverb has some really cool features that you don't get on every reverb pedal, and certainly not features that you would get if a reverb was on an amplifier. So let's have a look at the pedal itself down here. The controls we have is decay, pre-delay, colour, dynamics. Now I'll talk to you about dynamics. That's something that you don't see on every reverb pedal, but it's on the TC pedal here. And finally mix level, which is, if you've seen our other pedal videos, relatively self-explanatory, but we'll talk to you about it. You then have these buttons here. We have room, spring, hall, plate and specials. And specials, that's what we've got selected just now. That's me selected hall. So these are the different kinds of reverb the pedal has to offer. So that's what you're going to get when you buy a reverb pedal, rather than just, say, using your amplifier that may or may not have reverb on it. You don't really have much option. You might think that reverb is reverb, but it's really not. You get a huge variation on sounds of reverb. And this pedal has tons of different settings. So if you want to create that right atmosphere on your guitar signal, or lack of atmosphere, this pedal is a really good one to have a look at. So we've got two buttons here. We've just got on, that's the pedal on, and the pedal off, and we've got presets, and it says hold to store. So we can store presets, you can store your favourite sounds if that's what you want to do. You often find that reverb is described by room, hall, cathedral, old church, tiled bathroom, car interior, you name it. The different room you can be in, that some reverb manufacturer has kind of emulated a sound. You can get sounds that emulate rooms with 7 walls and things like that. So let's have a look at room first of all. So the room setting, if I click this, it has tiled room, small room, medium room, large room. So let's go to the small room first of all. Let's put decay in its 12 o'clock position, colour in its 12 o'clock position, mix level in its 12 o'clock position. The pre-delay is off just now because we'll talk about that later. So we've not got the reverb on yet. Now let me put the pedal on. So can you hear that going on there? If I turn the pedal off, it's added a very subtle kind of space around the guitar signal that was already there. So that's the small room, nice and subtle, and it adds a little bit more to your guitar signal. If we turn the decay further up, you're going to get a little bit of a tail on the reverb now. Now that's pretty much maxed out the setting for small room. A good way to see what the reverb's doing is to do a muted sound. Now you can hear, this is the decay setting. There's a very, very short tail on the end of what I'm playing there. So if I put the decay down the other way and I do this, it's less of a tail. If I put it all the way off, it's less of a tail again. It's quite subtle. Let's change it to medium room now, and I'm going to keep the decay down there. So a good place to start with a reverb is to do that, and you can hear the tail. Bring the decay up. You can hear that there's a bigger tail on the reverb now. So it's kind of beginning to make the guitar sound a bit more shimmery, a bit bigger sounding. If we put the decay all the way up, so we're still on medium room at the moment. There's a slightly longer kind of tail on it there. I think we're beginning to venture into that kind of surf guitar kind of thing. Pretty cool. Large room. Now, I've started with that one with the decay quite a high setting. Let's put the decay back down again. Always a good thing to do in a reverb. You can hear the tail there. If I put the decay right up, listen to the tail now. See it's still going on there? So the effect that has, it's kind of put us into a really big room, big hall or a big cathedral. So we've drenched the guitar in reverb now. Now this is a good point to have a look at the mix level. If we put the mix level all the way to the left, we're just going to get the guitar signal. If I put the mix level all the way to the right, we'll just get the reverb sound. Now that's got a really cool sound, and it's so dramatically different from the original dry signal. And with the mix, you can decide what mix you want. The wet signal is the reverb sound, the dry signal is your original guitar. So we could have it set however we like there. Now, I'm going to keep it on the large room setting for just now, because I'd like to talk to you about the dynamics, which is a feature of this TC pedal. It's really cool. At the moment it's off, so it's just behaving like a normal reverb, and I've put the mix level down to halfway, so we've got half guitar and half wet sound. So with the dynamics, it's got a positive and an inverted state. If I put it to the positive side, this happens. When I played the note, I didn't get reverb, but when I stopped playing the note, the reverb came out. Which is quite nice, so it means you've got the clarity of notes and the tail follows. A bit more of an experimental effect, but this is the kind of things that TC are good at doing. If we put it the other way, to the inverted state, it means that there's no tail, but when I'm playing something, see that? The tail, the reverb is there whilst I was playing, but when I stopped playing there was no tail. Now normally reverbs always have that tail. When you stop playing, the reverb continues after. So that's pretty cool. It's not a common effect or a common parameter you see on reverb pedals, but I really like that. No tail. So there you go. The colour is effectively an EQ setting on the actual reverb sound itself. Again, a good way to hear what's going on with these controls is to use mutes. You can do it by playing notes as well, but I always find that with a reverb, doing mutes is a good way to hear what the reverb tail's actually doing, because if you can listen to the reverb tail, then you'll have a better idea of what the reverb's actually sounding like. So put the colour all the way to there. The reverb has become dark and gloomy. I don't know. So the reverb's kind of, yeah, it's dark sounding. If we put the colour the other way, so here it is again. Put it to the extreme on the other setting. You hear the difference in sound there? There's now more high frequency basically involved in that. And that's what the colour will do. Now that's us just looked at one of the different types of reverbs that you get, and we just don't have time to go and look at them all. But the cool ones here are the specials. They're worth a wee look at. So we've got spring reverb, which is a very common form of reverb. Again, came from amplifiers, that one. Hall reverb is just like the one, this is hall here. Hall reverb is just like the room ones, except they're just got different kind of quality to it. I can just maybe take you through them quickly. Here's a hall, and it's church. You see how enormous that sounds? That gives you a very nice atmospheric sound, that one. I like that one a lot. You can, and again with the I've got the decay quite high there, so if you want to change your decay settings, then you can do so, and it wouldn't be quite as a big church. So we've now got a bit of a smaller church. We have a classic hall sound. Again, it's a very similar sound to that one. I'm going to put the decay back up again so we can hear what's going on. Concert hall. Reverb units are one of the most essential pedals in any guitar player's pedal board. From shimmering sounds of surf guitarists to very subtle ambient sounds in the background, it's a pedal that you definitely need. Thanks for watching the video. For more videos on effects pedals and guitar tuition, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit www.guitarandmusicinstitute.com.